looking at the circumstances that push someone into homelessness. But we've not had the voices to interact with, to find out what the undercurrent is, what the problems have been. We have, in a sense, segregated ourselves politically. And now it's time that we broaden the debate, that we build not only on the college campuses, but in our societies, a rainbow coalition. The Reverend Jesse Jackson says, a rainbow coalition, for that will bring us out of the land. Oh yeah, there's plenty of political issues that one could talk about in the city of Boston. One could talk about, for example, South Boston's hostile response to the fact that they're going to make public housing open in the city. People have threatened blacks if they move into that city. You got a city councilor in here by the name of James Kelly, who has spent his time even going to South Boston to threaten Catholic priests who want to hold a service of unity and a service of hope in South Boston. You got plenty of political issues to talk about, economic issues, about how someone can't pay rent, about what can someone afford when they're looking for an apartment. I deal every day with people who cannot even come up with a security deposit, let alone talk about covering a month's rent. Those are the issues that we are up against in this society. And sisters and brothers, we got to be ready to rock the campuses, to get the type of curriculum that we want, the type of inclusion, or else we can kiss it goodbye. Well, the right wing is entrenched. Where are you? The right wing has a directed platform. What do we have? The right wing has a platform of oppression and racism and degradation at every level of their movement. What do we have to counteract? We have got to broaden out our voice and broaden out our hue, and in that, create a political platform that will not only shake the college campuses, but shake this nation. Continue to struggle. God bless you.
Organizations realize that, we're not just a college student organization, we're a youth
about student protests to the new one. Greetings all you campers who are staying out with homeless people all night long. People who came off the roll around the country and have been crashing all over the place.